Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by asking you a question. Have you ever been around someone who only cares about themselves? Someone who manipulates, deceives, and uses others to elevate their own image? We've all encountered narcissists, people who wear masks of perfection, pretending to be what they are not. But here's the truth. God sees what's hidden in the heart, and when the time comes, he will expose the truth. I want you to understand something today. No one, absolutely no one can escape God's gaze. You can run, you can hide, but there's something beautiful, something redemptive that happens when God steps in. See, narcissists may think they can fool the world, but God has a way of humbling them that will leave you speechless. We live in a world that often values outward appearances, superficial accomplishments, and the image we project. People are often judged based on what they have or what they can do, and it's easy to get caught up in the need to prove ourselves. But there's one truth that stands above all. God sees the heart. When you understand this, everything changes. It's not the outside that matters to God. He knows the inner workings of your soul. He sees every thought, every motive, every desire. He knows the truth of who you are, even when no one else does. There are many people in this world who wear masks. They build facades so carefully that the world believes in their perfection. They smile in front of others, speak the right words, and wear the right clothes, all while hiding their true selves underneath. But God isn't fooled by masks. He knows the heart, and he sees beyond the surface. To God, it's never about the image we project. It's always about the intentions behind our actions, the authenticity of our spirit, and the purity of our hearts. When you look at a narcissist, what you see is often the perfect picture of self-absorption. The world may see someone who is charismatic, confident, and successful, someone who can manipulate situations to their advantage and gather followers. But this outward confidence is just a cover for the deep insecurities and pride that often lie beneath. Narcissists create this image of perfection to hide their weaknesses. They feed off admiration and validation from others, constantly seeking approval and attention. But they never allow anyone to see the real person beneath the mask. They fear being exposed for who they truly are. God doesn't care about the mask. He doesn't care about the surface level success or the applause of the crowd. He looks deeper. He sees the pride that lurks in the heart, the need for control, the thirst for validation that drives so many of their actions. He knows their deepest insecurities, even when they appear to be in full control. And here's the truth. No matter how long they hide behind their mask, no matter how carefully they craft their image, God's truth will eventually come to the surface. When God sees the heart, he doesn't just see the good. He sees the flaws, the hidden desires, the bitterness, the jealousy, the pride, and everything else that we try to keep buried. He sees the anger that festers, the resentment that we carry, the darkness that we pretend doesn't exist. He knows what motivates us, and he knows whether we are acting out of genuine love or selfish ambition. He knows when we do something for the right reasons or when we do it just to be seen, to be praised, or to elevate our own status. But God's vision of the heart isn't just about judgment, it's also about grace. He sees all that we are, our weaknesses, our imperfections, our brokenness, and still, he loves us. He loves us not for what we appear to be, but for who we truly are inside. And even when we fall short, even when we allow our pride to take over, God gives us the chance to turn things around.